Hello, hello, swag makers. Every time I come on, I feel like it's been a long time since I've seen you. So I'm still dealing with a little bit of a throat thing from my vacation, but I'm here and I'm happy to be here. So hoping that you guys come in early and quick today because I really want to do this project. I am doing salt and pepper shakers today. So let me see if I can get you guys a little bit better. There we go. Hi Keenan, hi Scotty, hi Brenda, hi Kay. I'm only going to do this for a second. So hi Laurel, happy Thursday to you, my friend. Kathy Winsauer, hi sis. Amy Wright is here. Thanks so much you guys for being here. Hi Vina. I'm excited. We have not done salt and pepper shakers for, it's probably been 2 years since we've done salt and pepper shakers. Hi Sharon, there is Beth Edgman with the Crafty Edge. Thanks for being here, sis. I know you're busy. Hi Patty, hi Tara. Thank you. Ann Bracco brought some shirts with her to Texas that didn't fit her, so I took them. I said I'll take them. Let's see. Hi Debbie. Hi Sherry. Hi Pam. Carly. Nancy. Whitney. Is it Lavina? Lynette. Estelle. Gwen. Okay, I'm gonna get started because you know I get hate mail, you guys, and I don't want any hate mail anymore. I'm sick of it. So just that, you know, nobody likes going through everybody's names, but, you know, I always say for some people that we're the only connection to the outside world some of these ladies have. And so it's important to me that they feel loved and connected and included. So that's why I do it, and that's why I do it for a while. But I'll try and catch you guys throughout the show. Hi, Missy, hi, Julie, Francis, Joe, Teresa, Jamie, and Barbara Martin. Okay, so what I did is I purchased these on Amazon, and you know that after the show today, I will have all the links for you. Hi, Lydia, hi, Sandy, hi, Cindy, hi, Missy. I'll have all the links for you, but these are on Amazon. They're just peppermill. Now, you can, pepper or salt and pepper mills. You can get them in all different sizes, all different kinds. I definitely prefer the ones that are 2 to a set that have 1 mil. So like this, 1 mil and 1 knot. That is probably my preference every time. Only non-cool kids send hate mail. That is the truth. Jamie Shepard, Summer Stuck at Home. Well, it's great to see you guys. Hi, Avadni. Anyway, that's probably what I prefer. And they come in every size known to man. And these, you can get all of these on Amazon, or like these are Goodwill, I can tell because they're used and they're a little dirty. This is one of my favorites and I haven't even had a chance to do it yet. And this came from Goodwill, $6.49. So when you're at your Goodwill or your thrift store, if you see wood pepper mills or, you know, salt and pepper sets, make sure you pick them up. Because if you try and buy them on eBay, they just keep getting pricier and pricier and pricier. And so that's what I did. I started with a light wood. It was a little darker than this. You saw the picture. Hi, Tracy. Thank you for the stars. You guys are so sweet. Hi, Paris. So I started with this. And then I used chalk paint. So when you're trying to go over wood, you need something that's going to grab on and not, you know, scratch off, flake off, or whatever. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Diane. So I'm using Dixie Belle chalk mineral paint in the color Fluff. And you guys, thank you so much for the stars. You know how much I, get excited about that. Anyway, look at the color. Here's why I love it. Let me see, something that's pure white. Look at the difference. Okay, so maybe to the naked eye, everybody can't see it, but this is pure white. This has a little bit of a cream in it, but I just thought it's a perfect color. I'm thrilled with it. It was a 2-coat paint. I know I recommend all kinds of paint, so just, flow with it. Doesn't mean you need to go out and buy all this stuff, but I'm just telling you what I use today and what I've been really happy with. Gwen, does the chalk mineral paint keep the stain from coming through? Great question. This one does, but if you want to be double sure, you're going to want Dixie Belle Boss. Let me show you. Let me pick it up. Hold on. Dixie Belle Boss is an absolute stain blocking primer. You can also use any kind of spray paint that is a bonding primer, stain blocking bonding primer. Boss is an incredible product for that, Dixie Belle. If you're painting on like glass, ceramic, metal, something like that that is real slick or has a big slick finish on it, then you're going to want Slick Stick by Dixie Belle. Now, granted, there's a million products out there, so you do what works for you. Don't go out and spend a fortune on all kinds of stuff if you're not even familiar with it or if you don't use it that often. But obviously, I use this stuff all the time, so I need a lot of everything. And you can also find a bonding primer that will also bond to anything. So in spray paint. So you've got some options. The Boss is more of a bonding, stain blocking. But this is a heavy bonding primer. I hope that made sense. You can purchase, oh my gosh, Vina, are you serious? Star Party was achieved? Yes, my favorite thing, you guys. I appreciate the stars so much. Oh, for crying out loud, you guys. All right, hold on. So Dixie Belle, I buy all of my Dixie Belle products through Deborah Bucher Designs. So it's Deborah, D-E-B-O-R-A-H, Bucher, B-U-C-H-E-R, designs.com, DeborahBucherDesigns.com. She is our Dixie Belle rep. And so, Sherry Walton, thank you so much. Okay, so you guys need a song, apparently. I can't keep doing my birthday, and all right, here we go. You ready? No judging. Mom's not here. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay, girls, everybody good? Look at me. Look, can you see my chest right now? I break out. Like all of a sudden I'm like, I have my kazoo here too, but anyway. Okay, so that's my Dixie Belle story. Hi, Country Chic Boutique. Doing great. Thank you so much for being here. I know all the crafters are so busy, so whenever you guys pop onto mine or I get to pop onto yours, it's like going home. So, hi, Carly. Thank you so much for the stars, you guys. Okay, let's get started. So now we know you can get them in any size. Check your Goodwills. How to get them started. And now, what do you want to do on them? Hi, Michelle Hall. The crowd goes crazy. So here's how I start them. And we haven't done these in a long time. And what we're doing today, everything we're doing today could also apply to, hi, Sandy Fink. Hi, Ann, I'm wearing your shirt. Could also apply to a candle, like a candle holder, and also a lamp base. So every technique we're doing today, you could do on anything. So just keep that in mind. And here's what I do. When I am doing this, where is all my little, there it is. After I base coat and it's perfectly dry, the next thing I do is I start with little pencil marks what I want to do on each one. The reason, Connie Andrews, thank you. You are sweet. I'll send you your money tomorrow. Anyway, I want to remember what I'm doing because I might get distracted. So I'm going to go back and say, okay, what was I going to do there? And if I do it this way, and I kind of write down what I'm going to do on each level, it definitely keeps me from panicking, like now I'm overwhelmed. So you can see here on the bottom, I'd like to do a check, possibly first. This next rung, I've got a G. I kind of like to do gold right there. The next one here, hi Michelle King. Hi Brenda, thank you so much. The next one here, you can see I've got BL. So that's for either black or blue because I don't know which way we're going today. This whole area I've got open. Generally, I would do stripes. But today, I also grabbed, because of Brenda Henderson, one of my sisters in my member group, she posted a gorgeous salt and pepper set the other day. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm getting ready to do salt and pepper sets this week. And she did a floral transfer in the middle on hers, and it was beautiful. So I thought, okay, I've got all that. We're just going to kind of see where direction we want to go. But then I know I want to do gold here again. And I put everything on a stand so I can get it easier. Okay, I want gold here. And then this gives me an opportunity to decide what I want to do here, whether it's check, whether it's stripe, whether it's a transfer. And then I will paint these gold. So how do I do this when it's a salt and pepper and they're both mills, salt and pepper mills, which I do love a salt mill. I have one. I will do this little top right here with white, with most likely black or blue polka dots. And on this one, I will do the opposite. So the one that's for pepper, I will do either black or blue up here, and then white polka dots. Hi, Mrs. Stedman. Thank you so much. The other thing you could do is I grabbed some, you just do these stickers that you can get anywhere. And all you have to do is get the sticker down and then seal over it, and you'll be golden. So we got all kinds of options today. So let me get these put aside so I don't lose them. I use this. I use a, this is just a paintbrush. I use to hold, you can use a skewer or anything, but that way when I'm working on this one, on this, the bottom part, I've got a lot of different ways to hold it. Also, keep in mind, if you get paint on the bottom, like I did, which everybody will, you need to paint that bottom also, and I will do a gold on that or a black, and then I'll sign it. So, you love salt and pepper shakers. I'm so glad. And don't judge, today is nail day. So happy. We're also going to be using some 12 millimeter cabochons. So in this area where I've got this where it says black or blue, depending on what color we use today, I love a 3D item. And so we're going to be using 12 millimeter cabochons around there also, just for extra zhuzhing, which I think you're going to love. So let me take this off of here. So here's what we have to decide. Do we want to do blue and white toile, which is what I always do because that's my go-to. And if I do that, I've got a couple of different napkin options. So if I did this, I would do the blue and white toile napkin in the center. And hi, Gloria, thank you so much. Or I would use the napkins in the center, and then I would do blue and white check or stripe everywhere else. If I want to do black and white, I could also use a transfer, or I could use a black and white napkin, it wouldn't matter, but I could use a transfer and keep this a little bit more elegant and do the magnolia floral there. I've also got some of these transfers that are small, nice little small flowers that we could do in the middle. I've got some wording. I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff. So far, what does everybody like? Let's get a, we're going to let majority rule. I've also got like this blue and white toile too. So, are you guys liking the transfer idea, or are you liking the napkin idea? Hi, Shannon. So let me know, and we'll go with like the first 10 people and see where we're at. Okay, so I've got, so there's a napkin, there's a transfer, blue and white. And then we've got a transfer, two transfers, hi Rhonda. The blue toile from Cheryl. Hi Irene. Now we got another napkin. Okay, transfer. This is what happens every time, so that's why I have to go pretty quick. Napkin. Hi, Sally. You love them both. A transfer might be a nice option because we haven't done that yet. Here's another napkin. Napkin. I'm afraid napkin's going to take over. Carol, I can't believe you caught me live either. I'm glad you did. I can't believe we caught you live. Transfers, blue transfers, black and white transfer. Oh, for crying out loud, you guys. 12. All right, I'm going to compromise. Let's do blue and white 12, but instead of the napkin, let's use the blue and white transfers, and then everybody should be happy. And then we can do, I don't know. I feel like it's going to work out, but I love that napkin also. So let's go with these transfers and then blue and white. Lynn Roberts, thank you, Sharon Halverson. That's right, you do you. I buy my cabochons and then I put them in these little sugar scrub containers. But I buy my cabochons on Amazon, and it's CABOCHONS, cabochons. I love the 12 millimeter. And so just look on, sometimes they're called flatbacks. So, blue napkin, when I sealed the blue, turned purple. Jamie, the blue napkin. Okay, so that could be a cheap napkin, unfortunately. Gosh, other than that, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what that could be. But we're going to put the transfer on first because I'm going to need to match up those colors with my paint. And so you just made a metal flower with the blue and orange napkin. So pretty. Oh, yeah, I love the blue and the orange one. All right, let's see which way we want to go. Let me see if we've got something that's more, a little bit more. So, by the way, this is by Prima. Let's see. This is by Prima. It's called French Blue. I believe they've retired it, but you can still find it on Etsy or eBay once in a while, and it's one of my favorites. Hi, Karen. Thank you so much. You got them a Tuesday morning. Well, I'm surprised by that, too, because that seems like they're usually pretty good about it. But look at all the fun stuff in this. I think I might go ahead and open up another one for the big florals. Let's open up this one. I use them all the time anyway. Hi, Sandy. You've had them turn purple when you put on the top coat. That is so strange, you guys. I've not had that happen. What I need you guys to know is, remember, when we paint blue, especially in 12, you've got to put purple in it, in your paint, when you're doing checks or stripes, because you can see there's a lot of purple in that. So even though it's saying, you know, French blue, there's a lot of purple. Okay, so let me pick something on here that I think will go far. I could do one on each side. Okay, so I'm excited to do this today, you guys. I hope you guys are too. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, what was I just looking at? Here, this little thing right here. This is something we have not done yet, is transfers on... okay, hold on. Let me think about this. This is a Prima transfer. So some transfers, like Prima, you do not have to seal first. IOD, they ask you to, on IOD, they ask you to seal your item first. So I think just to be safe, I'm going to seal first. Even though I don't have to, I just put this paint down, and I think we're all going to be happier if I do a top seal on it first. So I think I'm going to use the, let's use Debbie's Design Diary DIY Big Top. This is just a, like a, you know, top coat or a sealer. I buy this from Vintage Retail Therapy. Let's see if I have something heavy enough to knock it out with. And I have all kinds of stuff to open these with, but all right, if I can't get this open, we'll go with another product. Nope. See, normally I put the deli sheets or something in there, and I didn't do that this time, so no worries. I'm going to use the liquid patina, also by Deb. Oh my gosh. I'm exhausted. Okay, so let's get this. We're going to use a super, super duper soft brush. And I'm just going to do this, well, I think I'm going to do the middle and the bottom because I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the bottom yet. And even if I do checks, it won't make a bit of difference. So let's just get one coat on this. What you guys could do is if you're going to do something like this, just go ahead and seal the whole thing. It's not going to hurt anything. And then you can paint on it. It's easier to wipe off if you make mistakes. But I'm just going to put it where I know we might do a transfer. And now I got to get rid of my writing. Okay, that's that. Let's do the other one real quick. Take a paint opener and put under the lid and push up on it. Well, I will do that next time. So we got back from San Antonio, Texas on Monday afternoon. We had such a great time. For those of you that live near San Antonio, we were in a little town called Fredericksburg, and it was the coolest little town. I wish we'd had more time to spend there, but we went to a great little restaurant there. There's the whole town up and down the street is all shops and little boutique things. And then we went to a trade days, which is just like a vintage market. And then we went to a winery. So we had such a good time. So for those of you that came, we're all still reeling from how cool it was. Heat with a heat gun, Gola said. You ever look at people that are still smoking? Sometimes I cannot believe I smoked for like 30 years off and on. But, God, it was a horrible addiction. It made me think about it when I put that in my mouth like that. It did go by too fast, didn't it? Hi, Viv. And I had Viv and Vivian and Deborah Williams both got me t-shirts at our lunch, and I had them in the dryer yesterday during my show, so I'm going to show those tomorrow in my group. Okay, so prep. And the only reason I was late in doing that is because I just got those base coated this morning. Why are mineral spirits? Why are mineral spirits? I don't know. Is that a knock-knock joke? Or what are mineral spirits? Mineral spirits are, it's a kind of heavy odor, but it takes off, if that's what you're asking, it takes off oil paint. So if that's what you're asking, if you're talking about mineral paint, which is what I'm using, the Dixie Belle mineral paint. We asked Deborah Booker about that the other day, and if I remember correctly, she said, I don't think she really knew either. All right, let me just get this dry real quick. That's it. Oh, for crying out loud. Keep hitting the on button. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. Have I ever used the mineral paint on leather? I have leather paint, so no, I haven't tried the mineral paint on leather, but I do. I bought leather paint. You can buy it right on Amazon. It's just called leather paint. Hi, Terry Chisholm. I'm happy you're here. Vaseline inside the lid. Yes, and I keep a little jar of Vaseline right here, too. So, hi, Judith. I'm glad. Okay, now we can do our transfer. Again, with Prima transfers, you don't have to. With IOD, they suggest it, but it's never going to hurt. So to keep yourself from being confused, you might as well just do it on whatever project you're doing, just to be safe. Okay, and we're going to probably do this, I can tell right now, we're going to need to do this a little at a time to keep it from wrinkling. So we're going to kind of roll it. Okay, guys, here we go. Hi, Donna. Hi, Dinah. Okay, here we go. Let's pray it works. So with transfers, yes, it's working beautifully. So again, you do not have to seal it your project first if you're using Prima transfers, but look how nice that went down perfectly. So if you've never used transfers, holy cow, go get some. They are so fun. If you do not have mad hand painting skills like I do not, this is such a great alternative. So going around in this little circle area, I'm going to tell you, it's not that easy, but it's not hard either. It's just like awkward. If you need to sweep the comments aside, just push them off to the, what is it, left or right, you guys? I think it's left. Push them off to the left so you can see, but look at how pretty that's going to be. Get rid of that. I don't need that. And I'm holding on as tight as I can to not only the mill, but I'm really holding on pretty tight to the transfer so that I don't lose it. Because the problem with the transfers is once they hit some kind of a base, they glom on right away. So you've got to push the arrow button at the bottom. Oh yeah, oh that's right, there is that little arrow button too. When I'm live, I don't have that little arrow button, so I forget about it. I only see it when I'm watching somebody else. So, transfers, and not to mention how perfect and how beautiful and how many different options there are for transfers. Tons. And you can instantly see if it's popped up. And when you pull up your top layer, you should not see anything attached to it, hopefully. And then I like to take this and just kind of rub it down and burnish it. So in case I've got any little pieces that I didn't get down really well. And now they're down. And look at how beautiful that is. Is that crazy? So if you've never used transfers, get yourself some transfers. Now, what's even more fun about salt and pepper mills or shakers or whatever you call them is it doesn't have to be, especially when you're doing toile, nothing needs to look exactly the same. Judy, I'm so sorry it's freezing on you. There's my friend Jill Babb. Hi, sis. Hi, Diane Newman. Thank you so much. Hi, Carly. So let's add something on this side. Otherwise, it's just, that's a lot of space to not have anything going on. But I just need a little bit of something trailing. Oh, you know what? Here's that other little piece that I took off. So let's put this on also. And then we'll find something trailing for the other side. Hi, Marianne. Do I seal on top at the end? Yes, Julie, great question. I will absolutely seal at the end, but I will seal with a shiny sealer, and by shiny sealer I mean Liquitex. It's snowing in Flagstaff. Oh my gosh, Jill. We've got to figure out a way for Bill and I to get up there this summer. Oh, I love this stuff. So simple. All right, and then we're going to burnish it down. You can use anything. Use a Ziploc bag. Yes, Prima and Dixie Belle. I think Dixie Belle is Prima, isn't it? Somebody let me know. Does Dixie Belle own Prima? I can't remember. Okay, I will. Jill, I will. Okay, hold on. Jennifer, every time you use Liquitex, it foams with bubbles. I don't know why it's doing that, but you shouldn't be shaking it. Like, you don't need to shake those up per se. I kind of swirl it. I don't know if that could be it, but, and sometimes if it starts with bubbles, they would usually go away right away. You could also try a little bit of your blow dryer, like in the brush. Yeah, don't shake it. When we get to that point, let's all look at that and see what's going on. I gotta keep moving. Okay, so I don't want it to be overwhelming. So let's use this right here. This is why I love transfer so much. You can create your own design. And especially with toile, it doesn't matter what you do. Everything looks good. Okay, I just want a little bit of this. So no matter how you cut it, there's still only, the stuff on here. So even if I were to cut it bigger or smaller, it doesn't make a bit of difference. You don't have to crop out the whole design, which when I first started doing transfers, I thought I had to crop out the design perfectly, but you do not. Let me see how far I can go, not that far. Okay, let's do the same thing again. We'll do a little bit at a time. It does bubble when you paint it on. Okay, for sure we're gonna look at that at the end. So, that is so strange. Maybe it does on me too, and I just have never really paid much attention or didn't worry about it because it goes away. But I can't imagine a time I wouldn't want to seal first with a transfer. When we do transfers on canvas tote bags and things like that, we always do a sealer first, which would be a fabric Mod Podge. I lay it down first. I think that's what I did with that bag that I did with you guys when I was in Las Vegas too. Yeah, coming around, it's tricky because this is just a small little area. So it's not as easy as if I were laying the whole thing down on something straight. Lisa Train, you were thrifting. The bag was beautiful. Thank you so much. Somebody asked me if it would work, what we did on that bag, on a denim jacket. And I have to tell you, yes, it would. You could do transfers on a denim jacket. Here's what you would need to know. you would want to definitely use a fabric Mod Podge first to get that down. Let that dry really well. Then you can do your transfer, just like I'm doing here. So you'd want a hard surface to do it on. And then you're going to leave it alone for a couple days. But in those days, it took me 2 days to keep burnishing it back down on that leather that I did. And here's why. When it's fabric you're talking about, it's moving. Like, this is never going to move. But on fabric, it's moving even when I pick it up to move it, you know, to another room. So you need to get it burnished down really well, or it will start wrinkling and cracking. So don't seal it until you've had a few days of it burnishing down. And by the second day, it should not be, you know, nothing should be peeling up or cracking or doing anything at that point. And then I would seal it one more time with the fabric Mod Podge. So if you've been thinking about doing an item of clothing, that's how I would do it. Billy Joe, thank you so much. It's a little Chico's, like I said, Anne Bracco brought. She had like 4 or 5 of them. Oh my goodness. Okay, now look at it. So that is impressive. How long did that take us? It probably took us about 10 minutes to get both down. Okay, so before we move on to the second one, let's go ahead and get this one done in case it takes us a long time. I don't want you guys just, you know, sitting around going, okay, we just saw that. Are we going to do it again? Yes, I have a skirt on today. I never, ever show my legs, but today I have a little skirt on because I just put tanning lotion on. So from down here in the Valley of the Grand Canyon, it's about, oh yeah. I've got a denim jacket to do, and so once I get my nerve up to do it, because I love the jacket, so I was a little nervous about using the jacket, but I love it. Okay, so I've got navy blue and dioxazine purple. Why, you ask? Because it's going to take both of these colors to get this. Can you see it? It's not all it's not all blue, because that's going to give it like a royal color, and it's not all purple because there's still blue in it. So you got to use the two. And I'm also going to add a little bit of black on my plate and a little bit of white. See all the letters and numbers. Just in case I need to adjust the colors in any way. Thank you, Belinda. What am I wearing? Okay, so this came from Amazon. This one is my initial, and it came from Jennifer, Home Sweet Create. And then Diana Shaw just made me this. These are Touchstone. The diamond ones are Touchstone. And then this bracelet was a birthday gift from Mary Zwinger this week. So then this is my birthday gift from Bill. Isn't that beautiful? He got me earrings, and they were silver. And I loved them, but I knew I wouldn't wear them. So he was the one that suggested, let's just take them back if you're not going to wear them. Your back lace is open. My back lace is open. Okay, hold on. What are you saying? Because, you know, I don't want to spill anything. Is my arm okay? Did you see that? Yeah, it's just, you know, I'm an old lady now, and now I get, oh, so my necklace, got it, because I touched it. It normally doesn't do that. So, now that you know my entire wardrobe, what's going on. All right. This area right here is set aside for BL, which is going to be blue or black. Am I still getting birthday gifts? Yes, I am. I mean, I am ridiculously grateful to you guys, but it's my own fault for saying my birthday lasts all month, but at some point we got to knock it off because I cannot take one more thing in this house. Okay, so here's what I want you to see. Let me wipe that off. If I only did purple, here's my color. Let me get a paper towel or something. What do I have? Here, I'll use a baby wipe. Sorry, I got all this new shelving in here and I'm still confused as to where everything is. Well, thank you so much. I love you all. I don't ever feel worthy, ever. Okay, so there's what purple looks like. The dioxazine purple, they're both by Decor. Here's what the blue looks like. So you can see neither of those colors are perfect with this. Neither one. So that's why it's going to take a mixture of both. So I'm going to dip in the navy blue, flip my brush over, grab some of the purple. It needs a little bit more of that purple. I promise you guys will all get to a point where you're starting to see colors in your head. Hi, Deb. Deb's New Again is here, you guys. Thanks for being here. I just said earlier, I know crafters are so busy. So I think we're getting there. Can you see this one right here? So let's just put some on our deal and see how close we are or what we need to do to adjust. If I added some white, I can get it lighter, but we're going to do the cabochons over top of this. So I need a nice color on that. Okay, so you can see I'm close, but I'm not perfect. So it needs a little bit more purple. And it should be identical at that point. We should be right on it. I'm not worried about going into this part because that's going to be gold anyway. Can you see it now? Look at how that color now is perfect. But just the blue would have been terrible. Just the purple would have been terrible. But with the two, we're right on it. So if you're ever questioning your color ability, just keep playing. That is true. I do have a lot. If that's what you're talking about. You guys, I have so many. I don't know why it's one of those things that's, it's not really an addiction per se, but I just love having options every day. Okay, we're pretty close. You know, what a sweet thing to say, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead, I can still see it needs a tiny bit more purple. That blue is really overpowering. So I'm gonna add a little bit more purple over top of the whole thing and see what happens. And I think we are really, really close on that one. I'll have some touch up to do when I get back around there. But, okay, so let's see. What would it look like if we tone it down just a teeny bit? It's a fake addiction. Tara Bland, I am so sorry that I couldn't remember you were sitting at my table. I felt terrible about it until I went back and thought, oh my gosh, that's who it was. Okay, and now with the white, but had I done all the colors together with the white on my brush, it wouldn't have looked like this. It would be too light. So that's why I get all the colors on what I want, and then I just add a teeny bit of each color to my white, and then it's the perfect color. So I hope that made sense. But just by putting a white over top, it wouldn't have done it. You've got to do a white with a little bit more of your colors. And now I feel really good about it because it looks just toned down and sweet. Again, I will touch up the bottom of that, so I'm not the least bit worried about that. But now look at it. That is more of a Delft blue than that really deep color. So, okay, so we know I want to do gold here, and then I think we want to do checks. Do you guys want to do checks or stripes? Let's think about this. So, this is going to be just gold. This could be stripes or checks. I'm almost thinking, I like the idea of stripes down here, checks here, and then for salt, I will just do the white base with blue polka dots. You got kicked out, Natalie. Get back in here, sister. So I think that's what the route I'm going to go. I'm going to do, all right, you guys, we're going to do stripes here, and we'll do checks here. So let me wipe that off real quick. You guys are all saying checks on the bottom? Don't you think you'd rather have checks here? You guys want stripes here. Cornflower blue. Is that the color? Oh, why you guys are getting kicked off? Check on the bottom? Okay. All right. Well, we'll do stripes up here. So, same thing applies. How do you do an odd-shaped item with stripes or checks? We start on the bottom. So I'm going to start on the bottom of this, and I'm going to do a line straight across. I'm going to flip it halfway and do another line. And now we've got an X, a cross, or whatever, into the ribbing on the top. There isn't on mine, unless you're talking about these things. Okay, and then I can already see, if I were to pull these up, just a little bit, I'm not going to go up all the way, and I'm using a very light touch. If I go all the way up, look how big those are. They're way too big, so I need a smaller stripe. So I'm going to cut them in half one more time. I'm going to go in between each of these lines. You guys, this is how you do vases. This is how you do pumpkins. This is how you do eggs. This is how you do any of that stuff. All right, now I'm going to pull those up a little bit. And now that's a much better stripe than the big one. So pull those up. Does that make sense to everybody? This is also a way you are guaranteed an even number, but you have to have an even number when you're doing, when you're doing either black, white, blue, white, or whatever. All right, Laurel, have a great rest of your day. And then with a very light touch, because it seems like it would cover on the blue, but it doesn't. And so now I have 8 equally spaced, even stripes. So don't try and just get in there and just try and do it. Start from the bottom and go up. Hi, Annette. Hi, Lori Ramirez. Hi, sis. All right, now I'm going to take our, let's see. I'm going to use a number, this looks like a number 6. Let's see what this is. It's a number 4. This is one of our brushes, and we did get a new order of brushes in, so if you're interested in upping your check game, we sell these flat top brushes, and you get 4 different sizes, plus a pencil, plus shipping for $25. So it's actually a really good deal. Hi, Regina. Okay, so let's do it again. I've got the blue, purple. Wipe it on my plate, see what I've got. Grab a little bit more purple, and then we'll go for it. And I need a little mark in every other one. So we'll do a mark there, and that way I don't get confused and I only paint the ones that have a little mark in them. That brush is too stiff. Let me grab a different one. Depends on how well I've washed them. So same thing with stripes. I'm just putting my brush so that the top is on this top area. And I'm gonna fill in, and then the side is on my other line. Flip it over to make sure you got plenty of paint still. And then just pull straight down. So that'll need a second coat. Let's do it again. And then this time you'll see again, I'm gonna offload in the center, always offload, get in a corner, get the side of that brush on that line and just push straight down. It's easier because we're going right off the side of this, so that's so much easier. Oh my gosh, Jan, you're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much. Offload again, even though I have already offloaded once, I went in and grabbed more paint, so I've got to offload again. Get in the corner, put the side of that brush right on the line, and just push. So now you can see, this is going to be really cool. And I'll be able to see instantly when we hold it up with the transfer whether we're right on the color still. I've tried making up batches. You know, when I'm doing a color like this, I've tried making up batches of it. I can tell you, it never works out like I think it will. So I generally just go back and do it like this. You hear the birds? I don't even know what kind those are. Weird though, during the eclipse, we heard nothing. There was no birds, no sound, nothing. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do, if I'm going to sell this, which I am, it will be in my auction, I want it to look great everywhere, whoever's getting it, I want it to look great everywhere. If I were to sell this to somebody like this, they would not be that impressed with me, and I would not be impressed with myself either. So no matter what part I'm doing, I'm finishing it so that when they look, this is not only going to be cute on the top, but when they go to unscrew it to put their salt or pepper in it, they're going to go, okay, that was a professional job right there. She finished off everything, so everywhere I look, it's got a you know, it just looks good. Somebody asked me about, well, what if the pepper or the salt touches your paint? I don't think anybody's ever died. So, I mean, if it's somebody you don't like, you know, I don't know. But I've never had anything happen. So now look at how pretty that looks from the bottom as opposed to the way it was a minute ago. Okay, hold on. I got to get a drink of water. I'm going to stick this in here. I don't know what it is. A couple of us got sick when we got back from, I don't know if there was like mold in the house or just dust or I don't know what. Or flying. Hi, Patty. It seems like every time I fly, I get something. Okay. And now we can check it just to make sure. And you can see if we now add our white to this, we should be spot on. I'm adding the white with a little bit of purple and a little bit of blue also. And you'll see it just tones it right back down. And I'm not opposed to leaving some of the dark on the sides for interest. Look at how much better that looks, again, than just the dark. And you can see, even on this, when I'm doing something like this, I'm still offloading. Offloading in the middle. And then just falling right off the edge. It just has such a pretty look. You always get a sinus infection when you go to Fredericksburg, Glenda? What in the world is in Fredericksburg that would do that? Anybody know? That's interesting. So I'm going to do both of these today, but when we get done with this one, if you need to go, feel free to go. You're not going to hurt my feelings much, but I understand because it's going to, now it'll be quicker because now we're not doing all of this, guessing on colors and stuff. However, it's going to look, just similar, but just a tiny bit different. Okay, so we got that done, and then we want to do polka dots on the top. So this will be our salt, and is that something that you guys would be able to obviously tell your people, if it's got a white base on top, that's salt, or you could, put something else on it. Let's do a pencil. Yeah, let's do a pencil. So I've still got fresh paint, so I'm good with that. I'm going to go ahead and dip in the purple, dip in the blue. One more time in the purple, one more time in the blue. I'm going to grab a tiny bit of white. See what I can touch. And if I use the bottom of my paintbrush, I get a great little polka dot every time. But I try to go over it a couple times like that, and I don't do too many polka dots at once because I want them to all look pretty similar. So it's a good thing this isn't something big. I'm just barely tapping in that white. Let's see if I can get one here. One. So I think the key to polka dots, so many people say, I cannot get polka dots right, because you never want polka dots, straight. You don't want too many. If you do too many polka dots, it looks terrible. So you want to do your polka dots just like here and there. And I'm going to do one just kind of falling off the side. I'm going to do one more, let's see. I can touch all that now. I think I'm going to do one right here. You can kind of see where it needs it. So if I don't go all the way down, actually I could use another one right here. Might as well just put them there. Okay, so I think that's a perfect amount of polka dots on the top. Pull this out. That in. Okay, I'm gonna let it just sit for a minute. Look how beautiful. Okay, real quick, let's do our checks. So, same thing. I'm gonna kind of do a line, imaginary, but with a pencil, with a heavy pencil, and that's why we're gonna paint back over the bottom, so it doesn't matter. I'm doing 4 corners, cut them in between. Cut them in between. And then this is going to give, I'm going to do this in a Sharpie. Are you guys still with me? Sandy Naylor, what a sweetheart thing to say. Thank you. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I still have slippers on. Because my whole life is spent in slippers, I think. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, then this is a great way then to check your distance and make sure that you're right. That you don't have one that's going to be too far away. And then I'm just going to pull each one down just a little bit. I'm not pulling it all the way up yet, because in case I'm off, I can either erase just a little thing, or a whole line. Yeah, obviously you need a Sharpie on that wood. Okay, so now I have evenly spaced areas. Let's just double check. Putting a mark in every other space. And that is my second backup to make sure I got a right number. And now I'm going to very lightly pull it up because the blue doesn't cover everything like the black does. Okay, and now I'm going to grab just right in the middle, and I'm going to go a little bit right in the middle. I'm just freehanding it. You can do this. And I'm going to just go one line that way, one check that way, but then I'm going to go one check the other way. I come back and do this way, and then I want to do this way. And the reason we do that, everybody at once, because otherwise you're going to get out of line. It's just natural. You'll get yourself out of your line. So, all right, let's use our little brush again. Donna, aw. So when Brenda Henderson did hers, I'll try, nope, see, it's a whole different look if you do your white first. Same thing, you're going to offload in the center, get your brush in a corner. My brush is always on at least one line. The, you know, the sides of it. Hi, Tony. Black's easier if you've never done checks. I would suggest you start with black because you don't have any of this color matching that you have to do. And the black and white is super neutral. What I love about the blue and white toile is even if my colors were just a little bit different from each other, like from the previous check, it wouldn't make a bit of difference. There's so many colors going on in the toile. Thank you, Carol. That's so nice. Well, if I liked kids more, I would have been a teacher. But seeing, I love kids. I'm not the kind of grandma that wants you all day. I could do it once in a while, but I could not do every day. And I certainly would not be capable of teaching other people's kids all day long. Okay, let's add the gold. Now, I'm going to add the gold now just so that you all can see it. Generally, you should do all of your painting first, and then at the bitter end, so do all your painting, let it dry really well, seal it, and then do the gold, because the gold does not require sealing, because the gold is even shinier than what it's going to look like when you seal it. So, I'm trying to get that off my brush. Look at how pretty. And when we get the gold on and the cabochons, it's such a game changer. So, let me get my gold. It is, here it is. So I'm using the Liquid Leaf by Plaid, and I'm going to grab a little paintbrush. I've got a whole set of just yucky brushes that are just for my gold. Hi, Marcella. Thank you. Robin Sinclair, do I put anything on my cabochons? No, I don't. So that's a great comment, because the cabochons should go on after you seal. So you're gonna paint, so remember, don't do it in this order. I'm only doing it so you guys can see it. But you would paint what you've done so far, seal it. And then when that sealing dries, then you would add your cabochons and all your gold. But we don't have that luxury of time today. So, all right, so now get that stirred up really well. When you add this gold, it's when it just starts to look so rich. Use your brush and use, like right now, there's little ridges on there, and I'm using those ridges to keep me in line. So I'm just I'm placing my, but did you see I just offloaded again? You offload every time before you go near anything. And not everybody likes gold. Some people like silver better. So it wouldn't matter what you did here. But I think you need a contrast other than white. Because to me, if we had just left that white, in my mind, it seems unfinished. And once we put the cabochons on, that's your game changer. That liquid leaf is, to this day, I've still never found an oil-based metallic paint that I love like I do the liquid leaf. You had to make the glue dots? Brenda, if I could make those glue dots, that's what I would use. But I can't make them. I don't know what is wrong with me. I've watched Kathy do it a million times, and I've never been able to get it down. So I finally just gave up. But I think I've told you guys before, you can also use those googly eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Those little googly eyes? Those are the same shape as a cabochon. What you have to be careful of, though, is if the paint starts scratching off. So as long as it's going to be something that's not going to be touched, and maybe you have a pack of those googly eyes around, they would work too if you painted them with your gold. If you spray painted them gold, they'd probably last much better. And I am going slow on this because I don't want to have to do a lot of cleanup. Okay, so now look at that. Hi, Robin. Love this. This is easy because now we're just going to do a whole bunch right in here. This is all going to be gold. So I'm going to get that whole middle done, and then we'll go back and do the top. Yeah, the second one will be much easier, much quicker, because now we've got our pattern, which we didn't have before. We were kind of spitballing. Yeah, the gold is such a game changer, isn't it? Hi, Juanita. Okay, and remember, I don't want whoever's seeing this to think, you know, oh, that's kind of crappy looking. So go ahead and do the inside. You don't have to go all the way down. You're just doing the inside of the mill, the top part. And that's going to clean it all up so nice. With the gold leaf, it's super runny, so make sure that you're just doing a little at a time. And look at now how much cleaner that looks. The gold is needed. But like I said, a lot of people are like, I don't like gold. All right, well, don't use it. Use silver, whatever you like. You could also do the blue again right here, but personally, I think it needs the contrast. And I'll make a decision, because you see I got a little mark there. So now I'm going to make a decision whether I want to just use the touch-up paint and touch that up, or there's still one more ridge. Make sure you have a good brush too. It might be old and dirty, but make sure you've got a nice brush that gets in those little crevices really well. Look how pretty. So my question is, do I go down one more? Because there is one there. And I kind of think I should. Or, you know what? Let's do the blue. Let's do the blue again right there. Because I think, let me close this up. Well, hold on. Before I do that, I'm just going to let this sit here for a second. Let's put some gold on this. People ask all the time, is that going to scratch off? It might eventually. But I've had mine for years, and it still has never scratched off. So I'm going to use the liquid leaf, and I'm going to make this gold. Because if I left it silver, it's not going to look right. I'm not going to go all the way down. You're just doing that top part that's going to show. And now I'll close that up. Oh, I'm so glad. What is the website to purchase the brushes? For those of you that know, is it on our website, or I think it is. I will post the link when I get done today for the brushes, because it's a whole form you've got to fill out. I made it sound like it's a huge hassle. It's like your name, your address. Okay, let's do that blue strip. So I'm going to grab a little bit of the purple and blue again. I'm just loading up my brush because there was hardly anything in it. And I'm just going to touch right here, and I'm just going to very carefully do this one edge. I don't have a lot of ridges to hold on to, but it would have been a lot of gold otherwise, like that whole big area of gold. And I know some of you guys have arthritis, or your hands shake, or whatever. Always keep in mind that even the real deal is not that great. So when you're doing your checks and your stripes, I wouldn't even give it another thought. Just do the best you can. I might have to go back and do a little touch up with the white, but no big deal. Julie Newman, you're not a blue fan? Ah, you guys, if I could have every inch of this house in blue and white toile, I would. My biggest issue was when we moved in, it's got more of a Southwest theme. Not really a blue and white toile kind of theme. Yeah, it needed that. All right, now we're going to add the white over top. So we're going to go the purple, the blue. If you learn anything today, I hope it is that when you do blue toile, you're going to almost always have to add a little purple to it. So all I did here is add a little bit of white to my brush to just kind of tone the whole thing down. And then before I seal it, of course, I'll go through and do all the touch-ups or whatever it needs. Where's our top? Okay, oh gosh, it's right in front of me. Okay. Do I love the blue more than the black and white checks, Jan? Probably not. I mean, I still, the black and white has had my heart forever. But I'm not gonna screw that all the way down. Okay, and then the last thing we're gonna do, look how pretty. So, here's where we started. Let's take this out. Oh, I'm glad we didn't do anything to the white one yet. Look at this. Here's where we started. And here's what we've done in an hour and 15 minutes. But we're still going to glue the cabochons down. So, here's the cabochons, gold cabochons. Now, They're a little bit like yellow gold, in your face kind of gold. All right, hold on. So I tend to add a little bit of our gold over top. Hi, Sandy Ellen. I'm happy to see you too, sis. Oh yeah, this is going to be beautiful. All right, so all I need to decide is where do I want them. And I think what I'm going to do is right above every white. I think that'll be a great place for it. So I have had such good luck with this little glue. We don't know what it is. It might be Elmer's, it might be tacky. It's whatever came in this deal. And it's called My Sweet Petunia. My Sweet Petunia. And so if you see it, it's a little pricey, but I'm going to tell you, I love it. And then it just sits right there. And it gives you just a little, it's such a fine tip. Hi, Beverly from Florida, California. Peggy trying to bid on this thing already? Okay, it's going to move around for a second till it dries, so I'm going to just put 2 on because that's all you'll be able to see. But remember, you're going to do this after you seal, not before. The only reason I'm doing it is for time purposes. Look at what a difference, though. I mean, we have really taken this up quite a notch. All right, now I'm wondering if I want more than 4 on it. I just have to keep holding those until... Oh, I think I do. Let's do 1 more in between those. And this glue dries clear, so if I have to move them around, I can. But now I want to see, because the 4 didn't look like enough. With this glue, or whatever glue you use, tacky glue would work. Here's what doesn't work, hot glue. It doesn't stick. You guys know it will not stick. Odd numbers are better. Yeah, but on something like this, I don't even know that you would notice it. But all that glue will dry anyway. I'm afraid to hold it up right, but all right, you get the picture, see it'll start moving. It's the only thing you gotta watch with. Love it. Okay, so then the last thing I'm going to do is, but it would be pretty much the second thing you're gonna do. You're gonna paint, do your transfer, whatever, seal. Then you're gonna do your gold, and then you're gonna do your cabochons, because these things do not need to be sealed. However, if I add a little bit of my gold to this just to tone it down, can you see? It's just a little gold. If I use the liquid leaf to make it match everything, I might just take like a Q-tip or something and put a little bit of sealer on it. I like the extra cabochons too. So I still have to do the touch-up work, but for those of you that need to go, all right, so there it is with the cabochons. I've still got touch-up. And there it is without. The cabochons make a huge difference. If you don't like the cabochons, the other option there, polka dots, white polka dots there would be darling. And then for the salt shaker, or for the pepper mill, I would do the opposite. I would probably do, no, I would still keep it blue. But remember, on this pepper mill, let me just show you. Let's just do it real quick. This part is going to be blue. Let me use this. And of course, I would do it while you've got all your colors out. So now this part is going to be blue with white polka dots. So that way they'll know which one's which. Usually I just put it in my hand first till I figure it out, but I just wanted you to see how this will play out if you do a set. So if I was going to do, because I don't even know how many sets of these I've done in the day, but generally when I did these, my top part would probably be black with gold, the metallic gold polka dots, and then this would be either a stripe or a check. This would be a check for sure, because then this part is all black and white stripe, and then I do, this would be, let's see, this would be black with the gold cabochons or just black with gold polka dots. That little rim is going to be gold, and then down here, checks again. So it's very rare that I'll have stripes and stripes. You know, it will be check, stripe, check, not stripe, stripe, check. So I hope that made sense. Show you how with polka dots. Okay, you can do that. I'm going to do, remember, polka dots, fresh puddle of paint every time. Every time. And then we'll use the big, what are these? I call them my kindergarten ones. So dip in with the eraser. I keep one aside. This one is just like I use for erasing. And I tap it on my plate to get rid of that pull-up problem. And then I go right to my project. I think I need a new eraser one. All right, hold on, that eraser's a little gunky. Let's try this one. Get in there, paint, tap it off till it's not too, you know, painty. Well, these brushes are a little weird, but can you see? I'm just putting it where I'm going to put my cabochon, so it doesn't matter. So that's what it would look like with the polka dots. If I were to do that, it's just the reverse of the top. It's fine, but I definitely like the cabochons. Even my paint plate looks pretty. It does kind of, doesn't it? So, yeah, I hope you guys learned something today. I hope you learned a lot, actually. That was a lot of information. But the transfers I'm using are the Prima. They're incredible. Good luck finding them. Because, like I said, they're retired. They're hard to find. But if you can find them, grab them. And so we use that. I used this brand from Amazon, but I'll give you the link. These are called Cookware Creative Pepper Mills, but I like the other sets that have the pepper mill and a flat. And then there's another set that I'll give you the link for. Well, actually, Sue or somebody, Mary or Sue is going to have to do it because I'm still in link prison. I can't believe it. But there's also the ones that have the little clear window. So you can see whether it is salt or pepper. So right here, this is a clear window so you can see what it is rather than doing another color. So I love those, but none of them are very expensive. Kathy Dean, I'm so happy you do too. Hi, Diana Rutledge. Thank you so much, you guys. But this would have been cute too. I've got this big one to do, so I'm going to try and get those done this weekend to give you some more ideas. But anyway, you want the big tall ones? I know I love them. You have a battery operated mill. Does it have wood on it? Hi, Susie Berg. Are you still here? Thank you so much, you guys. I'm so glad you liked that project. Thank you, Tracy. The blue and white and gold is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to finish that one, but I'm going to have to do it because I'm starting to lose my voice. So I'm going to do this probably on my own, but at least you saw exactly how I'm going to do it. And then I'll post pictures along with links in a little bit. So anyway, thanks so much for being here today, you guys. I appreciate it. And sometimes just giving somebody a pepper mill is a great idea. But imagine giving somebody a hostess gift, the pepper mills, and a blue and white toile, tea towel or something for their kitchen. Home run gift. So you're leaving for the airport soon. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get to see you, Susie. So I will see you guys, I don't know when, but sometime next week. I'm trying to commit to going twice a week here, but we'll see. Right now I'm having a hard time trying to get that in, but anytime you want to join us in my private group, it is only $25 a month. I've never raised the price. I never will. I just won't. And we are doing so many projects 3 times a week, plus a class, plus our auctions, plus our giveaways. So if you ever want to do that, you can find the information at www.studiomdaz.com. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Thursday. And I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll check in with you next week.